This program is brought to you by realestate.com.au, Australia's #1 address in property. With more properties for sale than anywhere else, we make it easier.
Thanks for being with us here on Business Now. Let's check out the condition of the housing markets around the country over the weekend. And across the nation, there were 1,650 auctions, a clearance rate 55% down from 57% last week. In Sydney, there were 597 auctions. The clearance rate here, surprisingly, 51.8%. You can see that's down from 61% last week. Plus, there were another 1,316 properties sold privately in Melbourne, 569 auctions. The clearance rate here, though, the opposite, 62.9%. That was up from 61% last week. 969 properties were also sold privately in Brisbane, 91 auctions, a clearance rate just 40.7%. But another 1,047 properties were sold privately in Adelaide, 51 auctions, a clearance rate still strong, 64.7%, plus 255 properties sold privately. And in Canberra, 64 auctions, a clearance rate 60.9%, plus a further 96 properties sold privately. So let's bring in here Anne Flaherty, economist with REA Group. And thanks for your time as always. Now, start with which capital city you're in depends on the impact of confidence and also the buyer's preparedness to commit to prices at auction right now.
Yeah, that's right. And we are seeing quite mixed conditions around the country. So we're seeing relatively robust auction clearance rates in Melbourne, for example, whereas in Sydney, we have seen those come down. In Adelaide, the market is really very strong at the moment. You know, prices are still at their peak and we're continuing to see really strong buyer demand out there.
Okay, so you've done a bit of work though. You've been looking at the searches from REA Group to look at where people are looking right now. And there seems to have even, as the talk of higher interest rates has come in, to have been a change in behaviour in what people are looking for.
That's right. So we've seen a real shift at the price point in which people are looking to buy. So when people go on the site, they can search for a maximum price category, and we've seen a significant drop off in the number of people searching to buy at above 1.5 million. We have, however, seen a big rise in people searching to buy between that, well, $750,000 to $1 million mark. So this is really a symptom of the fact that interest rates are constraining buyers. People aren't able to borrow as much because of those higher interest rates.
Okay, so that also goes to first home buyers. And of course, even over the weekend, and I wonder whether this had something to do with maybe even those auction clearance rates, is it a new stamp duty system for first home buyers buying up to $1.5 million came in, whereby they could opt to take property taxes rather than stamp duty. I just wonder whether that would have an impact. If anything, you'd imagine that it'd bring more first home buyers into the market.
Well, you would think so. I mean, one of the major impediments for first home buyers is that big upfront cost. You know, you've got the deposit hurdle and then you've got the stamp duty hurdle. So shifting to a land tax theoretically should help to support more first home buyers come into the market. Having said that, higher interest rates have been a real blow to first home buyers. And actually, it's that entry-level property type that's been seeing quite a big dip in demand. So a lot of agents that we talk to are seeing a real slowing in demand from first home buyers.
Okay, so then there's something else that happened over the weekend. It appeared, at least compared with Friday, when we were reporting how many auctions were going to be for the weekend, that there were less that actually went to auction. So that's suggesting that some sellers are actually withdrawing their properties from the market ahead of auctions. What would the strategy be there?
Well, I guess that it depends on the seller. Now, I think that people know that clearance rates aren't as strong as they were, so they might be more willing to accept an offer before auction than they may have been in the past. You know, if there's fewer buyers competing for your property and you do get an offer, maybe you'd be looking to accept that offer. So that could be playing into vendors' decision making.
Any offer is a good offer under those circumstances. But that's also then a second thing when you come to the price point, and that really is all about whether, you know, people understand what they can afford. That's key right now. It may not be the 3-bedroom place, it goes back to a 2-bedroom place.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's one of the challenging things that buyers are facing at the moment, because the question is how much higher are interest rates going to go? how much quickly are they going to get there? And so there's a bit of uncertainty. Having said that, we are seeing that buyers haven't changed the number of bedrooms that they're looking for. We saw buyers looking to purchase more bedrooms because of the increase in work from home. And even though people are searching for more affordable properties than they were, they aren't willing to compromise on that extra space. They are still looking for studies. They are still looking for those extra bedrooms that they can convert into studies as well.
And Flaherty from REA Group, always good to have in the program. Many thanks for your time today.